There is a law, not a theory, not a philosophy, not a spiritual concept that requires faith to believe in. A law, precise as gravity, measurable as temperature, repeatable as mathematics. A law that has been operating in your life every single day, determining with absolute precision who accumulates wealth and who does not, who breaks through financial ceilings and who keeps hitting them, who creates abundance that compounds and who creates effort that exhausts. And the reason you have never heard it stated the way I am about to state it is not because it was hidden from you. It is because the people who understood it were not selling courses. They were simply living differently. In the next 10 minutes, I am going to give you this law, the complete version, with the mechanism behind it and the single most important thing you can do with it today. Stay with me, because the law itself is not what you expect it to be. And the moment you understand what it actually is, the patterns in your financial life that have felt random, frustrating, and inexplicable will suddenly make perfect sense. Subscribe to Hermetic Mind right now and comment below. What is the one financial ceiling you keep hitting no matter what you do? Because your ceiling is not a circumstance, it is a data point. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly what it is measuring. Let me start with something that most people find uncomfortable. Wealth is not distributed randomly. I do not mean that in the way most people mean it, the obvious observation that some people work harder or start with more advantages. I mean something more specific, more uncomfortable, more precise. Wealth follows a pattern of correspondence. The ancient Hermetic principle, as within, so without, is not a spiritual metaphor. It is the most accurate description of how financial reality is created that has ever been written. Your external financial reality is in precise correspondence with your internal financial identity. Not your financial goals, not your financial intentions, not the life you are working toward, your financial identity. The specific, body-level, neurologically embedded sense of self that determines what level of wealth feels natural to you, what level feels too much, what level, if exceeded, the unconscious mind will quietly dismantle to return you to the familiar. This is not metaphor. Dr. Joe Dispenza documented this in clinical research. The phenomenon of people who reach financial levels significantly above their unconscious set point and systematically self-sabotage back to the level that feels right. Not consciously, not deliberately, from a level of the nervous system so deep that it does not communicate in language, it communicates in outcomes. The deal that falls through at the last moment, the investment that seemed certain and mysteriously was not, the opportunity that arrived but somehow could not be fully received. These are not bad luck. They are the nervous system correcting for a financial reality that exceeded the identity's permission. And this is the law of financial correspondence. Your external wealth will always, over time, without exception, correct to match your internal financial identity. Always upward if the identity expands. Always back if the identity contracts. Always. Now, I want to show you something that will make this viscerally real. Think about someone you know personally, not a celebrity, not a public figure, someone you actually know, who came into a significant amount of money and lost it within a few years. Lottery winners, people who received inheritances, people who had a windfall business moment that did not sustain. This is one of the most documented phenomena in behavioral economics, and every explanation given, poor financial management, wrong decisions, bad advice, is addressing the symptoms, not the cause. The cause is this: the money arrived at a level that exceeded the person's internal financial identity. And the identity, which is not the conscious self, but the deep, automatic, body-level sense of what is normal and what is right for someone like you, began correcting immediately. Not because money is bad, not because they deserved to lose it, not because the universe was punishing them, because the thermostat was set at a different temperature. And wealth, like heat in a room, always returns to the temperature the thermostat is set to. This is the most important analogy I will ever give you. Your financial thermostat, set in childhood, running automatically, correcting every deviation, upward or downward, back to the temperature your nervous system was programmed to maintain. And here is what nobody tells you about the thermostat. It does not respond to your intentions. It does not respond to your goals. It does not update based on how hard you work or how desperately you want something different. It responds to one thing only: the genuine, felt, embodied experience of a new setting becoming normal, not the desire for a new setting, the actual experience as it as ordinary. And this is where most people get it completely wrong. They spend years trying to change the temperature by changing the behavior. More work, more hustle, more strategy, better investments, smarter decisions, stronger manifestation practices. And the temperature remains. Because the thermostat was never in the behavior, it was always in the identity. The specific, neurologically encoded, body-level sense of what wealth feels like for a person like you. Carl Jung has spent his career mapping the psychological architecture of this kind of invisible self-limitation. He called it the persona's shadow. The shadow of your financial persona contains every belief about money and worth that you received before you could critically evaluate it. Every time an adult in your early life spoke about wealthy people with suspicion, every moment money in your household was associated with stress, argument, or scarcity, every unspoken message about what kind of people have financial abundance and whether people like your family were that kind. These messages did not enter your conscious mind as beliefs you could examine and accept or reject. They entered as the background of reality. The background assumption, invisible, automatic, continuous, is setting the thermostat right now. As you watch this, as you try every technique, as you put in every effort, the thermostat is running, and it is holding the temperature it was set to before you were old enough to know that thermostats existed. Here is the law stated precisely. Your financial outer world will always correspond to your financial inner world. Not eventually, not approximately, not on average. With perfect, continuous, merciless precision. The correspondence is absolute, which means that every financial ceiling you have encountered, every pattern of almost but not quite, every experience of wealth arriving and then quietly disappearing was not external. It was the thermostat correcting. And the only path to a permanently different financial external reality is a permanently different financial internal identity. Not a goal, not a belief, not a practice, an identity. The genuine, embodied, neurological sense of being a person for whom a specific level of financial reality is simply and completely normal. Not exciting, not aspirational, not something to be grateful for because it's surprising. Normal. The way your current financial reality, whatever it is, feels completely normal to you right now. You need that same quality of normalcy, that same absence of surprise or effort at the level of financial reality you are intending to inhabit. And you can't reach that normalcy by wanting it. You reach it by doing the inner work that raises the thermostat setting. What does raising the thermostat actually mean? Not in theory, in the next 48 hours. It means beginning the process of honest examination of the financial identity you are currently running, not the financial goals you have, the financial identity. The sense of self you inhabit when you're not thinking about money, the automatic assumptions about what is normal, what is possible, what is for other people, and what is for you. The specific quality of comfort or discomfort that arises when you genuinely imagine living at the financial level you desire. Not as a visualization exercise, but as a genuine felt consideration of what it would mean for your identity if that were simply your